So I'm going to show you a little bit more about crashgate and also the reporting surrounding crashgate and how misinformation fuels people. Because hopefully when you understand it from the perspective of crashgate, it will make a few things click about Abu Dhabi 2021. Now, before I get into it, remember I set the troll challenge a few weeks ago. And I've invited those that think that they've got facts to go against anything that I've proposed to make a video about it and leave it as a link in the comments section. Well, we haven't got anything. So to those of you that continue to come here with your comments that want to seek to undermine, discredit and somehow present otherwise, nothing. Okay, your little comments in the comments section where you say something, you go, oh, well, I think this. Okay, that doesn't constitute evidence. That doesn't constitute fact. You have to present something and evidence it. Make a video for us all to see, and then we'll have a look at it and we'll determine whether it's valid or not. It's not difficult, but clearly nobody seems to be capable of doing it. The challenge is still there for anybody that wants to do it. Leave the link in the comments to the troll challenge video. Anyway, when you look at crashgate and if you look at YouTube, no doubt there'll be YouTubers that want to cash in. Let's be clear, they want to cash in. All right, they'll make a bullshit video on the subject that they'll know nothing about, and it will make them money. And so I'm going to go through a video created by these people. Formula World with 225,000 subscribers. 225,000 subscribers. Okay, I'm not even 100th of the size of that channel. I've got just over 2,000 subscribers. They've got 225. The influence that they can have. So this is a video that has been seen by 72,000 people. My video with the most amount of reach has been seen by 15,000 people. And that was because it had Johnny Herbert in it, showing you that was the reason why Johnny Herbert got sacked for how outspoken he was about Abu Dhabi 2021. Which means still, the majority of the people that follow Formula 1, they don't have any idea whatsoever about what I'm presenting. And what I'm presenting is completely different to all these other fluff channels. Okay? It's completely different because these are just fluff channels that don't even know how to think. Okay? This is the problem. We've got fluff channels cashing in and they do not know how to think. And yet, they're presenting to people, influencing the way people think. That's a problem. So, I'm going to look at this video and try and teach some of you how to think about it, because this is how you should be processing crashgate from 2008. So, they make this video. The real 2008 champion, major controversy around Hamilton's 2008 World Championship win. Okay, so this was made 1 year ago. So let's click on the video and let's have a look.
Last year,
and we've got an advert. You know, they make their bit of money out
raw
of it.
sewage was discharged 464,000 times across England.
2008 Formula 1.
Right. Let's just go into the details of this video firstly. All right. So he did this on the 5th of April, 2023. Right? He's made this video 15 years after it happened. Right? Why is that? Oh, because it becomes news again. Why has it become news again? Oh, because Bernie Ecclestone decides he wants to make it news again. Well, right, who's giving Bernie Ecclestone a platform? Okay, has Bernie Ecclestone got his own YouTube channel and he's making this video himself? Or has a media company put Bernie Ecclestone in front of a camera and said, oh, what do you think, Bernie? Let's have Bernie's opinion because then we can start the fire on this. Look at what is being done. Look at the motives. Why? Why do they want to dredge this up again as if it's a thing? Well, it's to divert your attention. It is to divert your attention. It's to divert your attention away from another fix, which is Abu Dhabi. Oh, well, yeah, the sport of Formula One, it's always been a bit dodgy. Just accept it's just a bit dodgy. It's a bit controversial. Oh, well, if Hamilton gets that one, we'll take this one away from him. All these different narratives muddy the water. All part of it. So, what I'm going to do, 15 years on, they dredge up this again, and this YouTuber has to make this video about it, and this is what it's about.
The 2008 Formula One season was one of the most closely contested championships in F1 history, with Lewis Hamilton eventually edging out Felipe Massa by a single point to take home.
Who was Lewis Hamilton driving for? So you've got him pictured there in his Mercedes gear. Who was he driving for in 2008, mate?
His maiden championship. The season saw a few controversial moments, including crashgate. Massa has now...
A few controversial moments, including crashgate. What were the others? Okay, so what you've done there, you've made a statement. Oh, a few controversial moments, but you've not stated what they are. You've not given people the context and the information. Oh yeah, including crashgate.
Now explained why the points awarded for the 2008 season need to be revised.
So 15 years after the event, you're coming up with the notion that the points awarded for the 2008 season now need to be revised. What were you saying about this in all of those years in between then and now? I mean, you've made close to 900 videos. You'd not thought to talk about this.
I'm your host, Dylan Shelley, and first up on Formula World, major controversy around Hamilton's 2008 championship win. Former F1 Supremo Bernie Ecclestone made a few startling revelations regarding the 2008 season and the crashgate incident to F1 Insider.
Okay, so Bernie, 15 years after the event, is now making revelations to F1, whatever it's called, F1 Insider, yeah?
The then FIA president Max Mosley and I were informed during the 2008 season about what had happened in the race in Singapore. We decided not to do anything for the time being.
So what does that prove? Bernie Ecclestone, who was the holder of the marketing rights of the sport, okay? So he'd done a deal with the FIA because the Formula One always was an FIA administered sport. But Bernie Ecclestone did a deal with them saying, right, I can sell this to a global audience and I can turn it into a profitable thing for you. But to do so, I need to have control of the rights to it and you'll get some money out of it. It's effectively the deal he did with them. So they did that deal with Ecclestone. And then he made a load of money out of it. All right. So this guy that is essentially just got the ability to sell the show, he is made aware of the fact that an event was fixed, and so was the governing body of the sport, and they decided not to do anything about it. Why? Well, it's about image, isn't it? Oh, we don't want the controversy. We don't want it getting out to be public knowledge that some cheating has gone on. Why not? Because that's bad publicity for the sport. That's going to decrease our value. So that's corruption then, isn't it? Then that is covering up a crime. Sport fixing is a crime. If you become aware of it and do nothing about it, as the governing body and as the marketing rights holder, you are complicit with that crime. You've actually hidden the crime, haven't you? You've covered it up. So you're criminals. Max Mosley, who is now dead, and Bernie Ecclestone are criminals. Get that through to your head. They are complicit with fraud. They covered up race fixing. That makes them criminals. Are you going to tell us that, mate?
We wanted to protect the sport and save it from a huge scandal. Bernie then confirmed that they had.
So you just keep narrating, mate. Yeah, you've got a 3-minute video, and you just keep it rolling. Just keep it rolling. Keep it rolling. Because don't make people aware of the true implications of what's actually going on here. This man is a criminal. Okay, he is complicit with a fraud. He is complicit with sport fixing. He was made aware of it. He covered it up. He attempted to cover it up for his own benefit, for his own wealth. Billionaire Bernie. How did you get your money, Bernie? Through being a criminal. You are a criminal, Bernie Ecclestone. So this guy, are you telling us that? No, you're not, are you? He's a corrupt criminal who covered up a crime, and then he sold what his asset was for 4 billion. This asset that was enhanced through criminal means, through fraud. Who's telling you that? Because that's the truth of it.
Had enough time to carry out an investigation. We had enough information in time to investigate the matter. According to the statutes, we would have had to cancel the race in Singapore under these conditions.
So, Bernie Ecclestone, in his 90s now, is having this interview with a motorsports publication, right? And he's claiming to them that, oh yeah, we had enough time to investigate. And let's just go back a bit. We had enough information in time to investigate the matter.
According to the statutes, we would have had to cancel the...
According to the statutes, we would have had to cancel the race in Singapore under these conditions. Where does it say that? Have you dug out those statutes? And have you evidence that that is what the statutes say? Because everything that I've seen doesn't say that. And I can't find anything that says that at all. This is Bernie's opinion. Is this what Bernie wants to try to get the world to believe? Because that's Bernie's agenda. That's Bernie's desire to impact Sir Lewis Hamilton in that way. Or is this a fact? You show us the facts. Show us the statutes, the FIA statutes at that time that show us, that actually prove that that's what they'd have had to do. In fact, you show me any sport whereby if a competitor cheats, they have to cancel the event. Because what normally happens in any sport is if a competitor cheats, they expel that competitor. They disqualify that competitor. They do not cancel the event. But Bernie here is trying to now tell the world that that's what you need to do. This YouTuber has jumped on it to make a video to inform 72,000 people, oh, this is the situation here. This is what it is.
The race in Singapore under these conditions. That means it would never have been counted towards the World Championship standings. Felipe Massa.
So, what they're doing then is saying, oh, we're aware of the cheating, didn't do anything about it, right? So that's corrupt. But what we should have done, which they didn't do, was cancel the race so that the points wouldn't have counted toward the stand. So retrospectively, we want to change history by doing things that we're not allowed to do, but that would have given us the outcome that we want. That's essentially what's going on here. Old Bernie, right, the criminal, the corrupt billionaire that made his billions through criminal means, has been given license to give this to the world. And then it's repeated and parroted by a YouTuber to 72,000 people who on face value would just accept it and just go, oh yeah, that's what they should have done. If that's what they want, oh yeah, we don't like Lewis Hamilton. We don't like Lewis Hamilton. We hate him. Let's rob him of a championship. Let's strip him of one. Incite them. Where's your factual information?
Massa would have become world champion and not Lewis Hamilton. He further sympathised with Massa. I still feel sorry for Massa today. He was cheated out of the title he deserved, while Hamilton had all the luck in the world and won his...
Is that fact or is that opinion? Hamilton had all the luck. Who also had no luck? Max, you fully deserved it. You fully deserved it, Max. You had no luck all season, even though the FIA did not apply the rules of the sport to Max Verstappen and penalise him for all the multiple of infringements that he committed in the 2021 season. Fully deserved it. He had no luck. Hamilton had all the luck, apparently, right? Massa, he deserved it as well. Massa fully deserved it. This is in 2023. This becomes the narrative, doesn't it, about luck and deserving. And you feel sorry for Massa because he was cheated out of the title he deserved. Who cheated him out of anything? In that Singapore Grand Prix, a team cheated to benefit themselves, and every other team and competitor was cheated. It wasn't just Massa that was cheated. Everybody that was competing in that event was cheated. So what you do, you remedy that by removing those cheats from that event and banning them. You strip Fernando Alonso of that race victory, which the FIA still to this day have not done. And then you just re-amend the order. You'll find Nico Rosberg won the 2008 Singapore Grand Prix. Lewis Hamilton came second. Massa here, who was cheated, well, he finished about 11th or 12th now on this amended result. Why was that? Oh, well, that would be because his team, Ferrari, they screwed up. During that safety car period, pretty much all of the teams pitted their drivers for either fuel or tyres or both. They all did it. Ferrari screwed up. Ferrari gave the signal for Massa to depart the pits when the fueling rig was still attached. That is what cost Massa his team's error. Nothing to do with being cheated out of a title. But your boy here wants to tell 72,000 people that, oh yeah, this is how it is. This is what Bernie says. Bernie's an expert. Bernie used to own the sport, so Bernie will know. Bernie could have made the decision at the time. Well, tell us about the corrupt nature of Bernie's decision at the time. Tell us that Bernie's a criminal for covering it up. You haven't done any of that, have you? Look at the information you're giving out. Look at how you're conditioning minds as opposed to making people realise the true nature of all of this.
His first championship. Today, I would have handled it differently. That's why, for me, Michael Schumacher is...
Today, I would have handled it differently. So Bernie Ecclestone is saying, today, I'd have handled it differently. So you Bernie Ecclestone, as the marketing rights holder of the sport, are saying that you were able to handle it back then. Well, you're just in charge of selling the show. You're not in charge of the rules of the show, are you, Bernie? You don't have a say over what happens, because surely that's an independent body, isn't it? The governing body. You're not the governing body, Bernie. So you're saying that you had the ability to influence the outcome of events. You had the ability to influence the governing body. The billionaire having the ability to influence a governing body, a billionaire having the ability to influence government and get them to do what you want them to do. To benefit who, Bernie? Oh, to benefit the show. To benefit your billions, Bernie. Are we exposing the mechanics of all of this? And the fact that these same mechanics, the dynamics of which extrapolate into all of our lives. Are you saying that, mate? No, you're making a 3-minute video to make your little bit of cash to condition the minds of 72,000 people with utter crap. Okay? It's a bullshit shit video, and this is the sort of thing. We've got YouTubers that spring up and they'll come out with some irrelevant shit that they know nothing about, that they're unable to break down, unable to drill down to the true context of what is really happening here, and yet you'll get people that like it. They'll click the thumbs up to this video. Oh, we like that. That was really good. Yeah, we agree with you. That should be Massa's title. Hamilton should be stripped of that. That's what you are making people think, isn't it, mate? That's your level. That's your level. And that's why, for me, Michael Schumacher is still the sole record. That's your desire, Bernie. That's your desire. Why is that? Don't like people with brown skin, Bernie? Is that what it is, mate? Got a problem with people with brown skin? Is that the real reason that you think that Schumacher? So you've got no problem with Schumacher running Damon Hill and crashing into Damon Hill to get one of his titles. You've got no problem with there being the potential for Benetton having traction control during those 2 titles that Schumacher won whilst he was at Benetton. You know, that team that was run by Flavio Briatore, the mastermind behind Crashgate, the cheating fuck that was banned from the sport but then invited back in 2022 as a sporting ambassador for Formula One. Oh, we're all exposing this, aren't we, Bernie? Oh, no, but Michael Schumacher, I still think Michael Schumacher's the sole world champion. Right, yeah.
Still the sole record world champion, even if the statistics say otherwise. Felipe Massa, while speaking to Motorsport, has since given his reaction. After 15 years, we hear from the former owner of this competition that he had found out about it in 2008, together with the president of the FIA. And
so what does that tell us, Felipe? Tells us that the FIA is corrupt. They covered it up, or attempted to, and that Bernie Ecclestone is corrupt. The FIA, the sports governing body, tried, and along with the media rights holder, the commercial rights holder of the sport, tried to cover up fixing within that sport. That makes them complicit. That makes them criminals. And they did nothing to avoid tarnishing Formula One's name. That's exactly why they did it. Why? Because that affects money. Okay, that affects money. And that's why Ecclestone tried to cover it up, because he didn't want his money being affected. And you're still giving a platform for this corrupt old fuck to present his views to the world without exposing him.
that they did nothing to avoid tarnishing Formula One's name. That is very disappointing. It would be right to expunge the result of that race. That would be the only...
It would be right to expunge the result of that race. That's convenient, that, isn't it, Felipe? Right? It would be right to expunge the result of that race. Do you remember that race, Felipe? Where, like, safety car, you thought at the time, just as anybody else did, oh, some cars crashed. It's a safety car situation. This happens quite frequently. And my team has said, right, we'll use this opportunity to pit, to have a cheaper pit stop. All good, yeah, all good. So in you came to the pits, maybe had a change of tyres, getting you some more fuel. Right, off you go, Felipe. Oh, shit, they haven't taken out the refueling rig. And you drag it off down the pit lane, and then you're waiting there for quite a while until some of your mechanics run down the pit lane and have a go at trying to pull out that refueling rig. They have a bit of a struggle. You're there fuming. Okay, you're livid because you know your chances are now being totally destroyed due to the error that your team made, right? And then you go on track and drive like a prick for the rest of the race. Yeah? Drive absolutely atrociously, because you could have easily achieved a point scoring position had you driven like you drove prior to your team causing that impact on your race. But conveniently now, Felipe, it would be right to expunge the result of that race, wouldn't it, Felipe? Yeah, that works for you, doesn't it? That works.
only justice in a scenario like this.
That's the only justice, is it? That's your version of justice that works for you because, oh, that would give me what I want, rather than being able to acknowledge where the true fault lies here. Because every other team responded in the same way. They didn't make the error. They managed to finish that race fine. Yeah? No problem. No problem. Where was the problem? Wow, that was Ferrari releasing you too early. That was the problem.
Massa then explained why he hadn't protested in 2009 when the scandal was publicly acknowledged. There is a rule that says that when a championship...
Why hadn't you done it back then, Massa? Well, because you knew what the real problem was. You knew that your team had screwed your chances up. Now you're trying to say, oh, there's a rule that says when the championship's decided, from the moment the driver receives the champion's trophy, things can no longer be changed. That's the biggest load of shit ever, right? Tour de France. How many titles did Lance Armstrong win? How many yellow jerseys did Lance Armstrong get? 5? Was it? Was it 5? And so once he'd been given the first one, okay, is there a rule that says once the championship's been decided, from the moment the driver receives that trophy, things can no longer be changed? So he got his first yellow jersey. Oh, you can't change that. He got his second yellow jersey. Oh, he's been given it now. You can't change that. He's got his third one. Oh, he's been given that now. You can't change that. He's got his fourth one. Oh, he's been given that. You can't change that. Fifth one. Oh, he's been given that. You can't change that. Oh, he's been cheating. Oh, yeah, you can take them all off of him. But in Formula One, they think they can have the rule. Oh, you've given them the trophy. You can't change that now. Well, you can. You can. Who would make such a rule? A corrupt organisation that doesn't want to see justice. Oh, well, we've made a rule. Once you've given it there now, even if we found out they were cheating, we can't change it. We can't. Why can't you change it? Is that the influence of Bernie, not wanting it to look bad on the sport to affect Bernie's billions? Is that what it is? Oh, no, but I accepted that rule because we didn't want to make it look bad on the sport. Why was that? Oh, you went along with it because you were getting paid handsomely and you realised that, oh, everybody's in on this. Everybody keeps quiet, keeps the show moving, keep it rolling, keep it rolling. Don't expose that this is corrupt because what we don't want is for the global watching audience to realise that this is corrupt. They'll then switch off and everybody's money gets impacted by this. Oh, see how Abu Dhabi works, everybody. See how Abu Dhabi works. See how all the drivers then just didn't say anything. You had Lando Norris saying, oh, yeah, with the safety car, sometimes they let the lapped cars through, sometimes they don't. It's 50-50. That's what Lando Norris is reported to have said by the BBC's Andrew Benson. In Lando's career, how many times have lapped cars not been let through? I'll give you a clue. It's not 50-50. It's 0-100 in one way to the other. Oh, no, actually, no. Just Abu Dhabi was the only situation where they didn't let them all through. Strange that, isn't it? Not 50-50. But what are the drivers doing here? Towing the line. Towing the line.
Championship is decided, from the moment the driver receives the champion's trophy, things can no longer be changed, even if it has been proven a theft.
Even if it has been proven a theft. What's a theft? What's been proven as a theft? What has been proven as a theft? Did Hamilton steal your title? No. Who stole your title? Nobody stole anybody's title. Did the governing body change the rules of the sport to set it up for somebody else to win the title? No. So who's stolen anything from you? Nobody's stolen anything from you, Massa. In one of those events that took place in that season, one of the teams cheated. They should be disqualified and that result amended, with those cheats being removed from the standings. Because your team screwed your race up at that event doesn't mean that you've been stolen, anything that's been a theft, okay? Just because they cheated, nothing was stolen from you. Your team's error impacted you in that race, followed by you lost your head in that race. That's all that happened. But look at what you're trying to tell. You're trying to convince people that Massa is now the victim of Crashgate. Massa's now the victim of this. What a load of bullshit.
Massa then spoke about what he plans to do. There are rules that, depending on the country, you can't go back after 15 years to fix the situation. I intend to study this. The outcome, studying what the laws and the rules say. We need to have an idea of what is possible. I have no financial interest in this. I go sue the FIA to make money from it, but without changing the result?
I have no financial interest in this. Of course not, Felipe. This is why it's reported elsewhere that you're trying to sue the FIA for $80 million. You've got no financial interest in this. You're just looking to do the right thing, aren't you? Yeah, the $80 million that you're trying to sue them for. Oh yeah, that's just to make a point, isn't it? You've got no financial interests. Of course not.
No. What interests me is just the right justice of this situation.
Of course it is. So what's justice is you disqualify the cheats, okay? Those that are still recorded as being the winner of the event, you disqualify them, okay? And then you give the race victory to its rightful winner, which is, well, he's a bit of a cock, but Nico Rosberg. And everybody moves up a place. And well done, Massa, you move up a place. From, I don't know, you're 13th and you've moved up to 12th, or 12th and you've moved up to 11th. I don't really care. Still got no points out of the situation. Why was that? Oh, well, that was because your team released you while they still had the refueling rig attached to your car. Was it because PK crashed? No, it's because your team made an error. Oh, but there's been a theft. There's been a theft. I need to see justice. I need to see justice. And Wank Boy here, this YouTuber, right, has made this 3-minute video to condition the minds of other wank boys that just won't have any clue about this. They'll just agree with it and go, oh yeah, what a great video. That's given me some great information about Crashgate. Now I know more about the 2008 season. And actually, Massa should be the rightful champion of 2008, not Hamilton. That's the level of information that you're giving out. And these people are allowed to broadcast to the world. Unbelievable.
Many see as the highly unlikely event of the results of the 2008 Singapore Grand Prix being nullified, Massa would become champion.
Why would it be highly unlikely that result should be nullified? Well, that would be because you don't just nullify an event if somebody cheats. All you do is disqualify the cheats and then amend the result. The only reason that they didn't amend the results of those Tour de France years where Lance Armstrong was stripped of those titles is because they didn't know who the next clean competitor was. The suspicion was that at least 70% of the competitors in the Tour de France during those years were doping. So if you stripped it from Lance Armstrong, who are you going to give it to that wasn't doping? And they couldn't identify who they felt would be a clean competitor who would have actually been the valid winner. And therefore, they annulled those results from them years. But when that's not the situation, when you've got a strong confidence that the other competitors competing in the event are doing it clean without breaking the rules, then there then is a winner of that event. And that is the first competitor to accomplish what it is that needed to be accomplished within the rules. There you go. Simple as that.
By the margin of 5 points. Do the latest revelations revealed by Bernie Ecclestone warrant another look at the...
Oh, let me know what you think in the comments section. What a wanker.
2008 Championships final classifications. Head over to my community page to vote in the poll and let me know...
Oh, vote in my poll in the community page. Oh, we love the information. I've just given you a 3-minute video explaining to you the 2008 season that's told you fuck all, but you let me know what you think in the comment section and in the poll. So you're asking people that you've just that know nothing, that you've informed of nothing to tell us what they think. Thanks for that, mate. Really fucking useful that is. What a...
What you think in the comments. And if you liked this video, feel free to subscribe and check out my others for all the latest in the world of Formula One.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Anyway,